All right. Welcome to another episode of Eat, Smoke, Drink. Today, it's a beautiful day in Auckland City. For the first time in 100 years, it stopped raining. So, today I'm going to review something quite interesting. First of all, it's my first cask of distinction whiskey, and it's one of the oldest Royal Lochnagar whiskies I've had. You don't get many Royal Lochnagars. It's a real shame. Royal Lochnagar is still a worm tub whiskey. But most of them obviously are destined for blends for their unique flavor and weightiness. So I've had a couple of Royal Lochnagars before that are worth noting, but it's my first cask of distinction. So this is a distillery release cask of distinction. I don't know what that means, but in the bottom it says Scottish Ballet's Sleeping Beauty Cask. I don't know what that means. I don't really give a shit, but it must mean something. Exceptionally, it's awesome. That's what it says on the label, on the box. It says it's awesome, but I don't really know what it means. I'll be completely honest, I have no clue what that means. But cask of distinction, I would presume that it is a distinctively good cask. I mean, I guess it's pretty common sense, right? But anyway, let's get pouring. So you're probably wondering, why is it called Royal Lochnagar? In the UK, you can't call shit royal unless it's officially royal. So it says in the front, Her Right Honourable Queen Victoria made her royal family's first recorded visit to the distillery, and then they must have loved it so much they fucking called it Royal Lochnagar. So it's used to be called Lochnagar, and now it's Royal Lochnagar. Now be careful of your accent when you say Lochnagar, okay? You catching my drift? A few wrong letters and pronunciations, suddenly you're going to get cancelled. Suddenly you're a racist, okay? So just be careful of that. I have been guilty of that. I've said it too fast and someone said, what? The Royal Lochnagar, you know what I mean? I'm like, no. I didn't say that. Royal Lochnagar, okay? Nagar. Anyway, let's get nosing. Ooh, that must be a sherry cask. I can smell fungal. I can smell a fustiness, dustiness, old wood, athlete's foot. No, I'm kidding. I reckon that's a big sherry influence there. Baking spices, Christmas cake, liquid raisin. I would say that's probably Oloroso. Who knows, actually, I don't know. I don't really care, but I'm just telling you what I'm tasting, what I'm smelling. Candied ginger, aniseed, cloves, baby wipes. Recently, I looked after our nephew, and yeah, definitely familiar with baby wipes. You know when they shit themselves and you got to wipe with baby wipes, just that baby wipe smell without the smell of shit. Soily, a little dirty, which is quite surprising. Pork fat, some bacon in the distance. Slight smokiness, hot steel. There's a rustiness to it as well. Wow, the nose is very, very interesting. I quite like the nose. Really like the nose. Orange marmalade. Moldy bread. I know that sounds weird, but moldy bread. Wow, definitely moldy bread. That is fucked up. Salami. That tartness of salami with the black pepper and fat. Oh, I'm excited. I want to sip the shit out of this. Ooh, wow. Jalapeno heat. Wow, that's a weighty whiskey. What percentage is it? 56.3, alright, that's ballsy. Big balls on that. That's a big set of balls and a giant dong. Wow. The fungal, fusty, sulfury, dingy comes to the back of the palate, which is not a bad thing for me. I like it. I'm betting 99.9% that's a sherry butt, sherry cask, sherry butt. Everyone loves whiskey in the butt. There's a herbal note to that. Herbal. Licorice, cloves, black pepper, tarragon. There's a greenness to it. Greenness like green leaves. I can't put my finger on it, but a greenness like leaves, a bunch of leaves. There's a dirtiness to it as well. That's leathery. Burnt sugar. Wet cloth. There is a funkiness to that whiskey. It is fantastic. It is absolutely delicious. Like, it's just such an unusual whiskey. It's truly not. It is actually really big. It's a big whiskey. It just completely overwhelms your palate almost. But I wouldn't recommend putting water on it because that would make you a piece of shit. So I would say just let your palate get used to it and toughen up. But that is a ballsy whiskey. That is not a session whiskey. Holy moly. That is excellent. Excellent, but challenging at the same time, but delicious at the same time. That is challenging, you know. For some it will be worth it, but for some it won't be. To me, this whiskey is fantastic. That is really a really good example of Royal Lochnagar without watering it down to a shitty 40 to 46%, which is cynical and a piss take. That is a great example of a Royal Lochnagar. I will recommend it. Try it. Cask of Distinction, my first. COD, not Call of Duty, but Cask of Distinction. I highly recommend it. It's not a session whiskey, like I said. It is something you'll have a dram off and you move on to something else. But that is amazing. They don't make whiskies like this anymore as a normal part of the course. Until next time, make sure you eat, smoke, drink. Cheers.